Joy Gurudev, Joy Ma Shambhu Mahadev, Sana Bhavatu. Welcome to day 11 of our beautiful course of Brihad Jabalo Upanishad. I hope you have wished everyone Sana Bhavatu on the query group. Let us go to the content of the scripture. 13th Sutra. Bhasma is the essence of Agni. Again, it is moistened by Soma, water. He becomes fit. To besmir it, to apply it, who does not acquire it from outside of himself. He is removed from the position who acquires it from outside. Means Bhasma, when you are applying, like I've told you in the previous class, you must know that everything is Bhasma, even you are Bhasma, and all the Bhasma is one and the same, and you are applying this Bhasma. It is not different from your ash, your body, your energy, which will turn into ash. Sorry. For winning over that, this is the 14th Sutra, for winning over that, the path of nectar is recommended, where it is the question of death for one who has been touched by the nectar of Shiva and Shakti. So Bhasma, whenever you are applying, you see that it is wet, and then you apply it and it has to dry. You must apply the Bhasma which is wet, not otherwise. 15th Sutra also we'll see today. One who knows this holy secret method, who purify the moon and fire, will not take birth again, will be free from the cycle of birth and death. One whose body is burnt by fire of Shiva and made wet by the nectar of moon, Shakti, and entering the path of yoga, will become eligible to deathless state. No yoga, no meditation will take you to enlightenment without Bhasma. What is Bhasma? The union of Shiva and Shakti. What is the union of Shiva and Shakti? Devotion and knowledge. No meditation, no mantra, no yoga will take you to self-realization without knowledge, and devotion without application of Bhasma. Now we'll understand, okay? Now it is a complete different outlook. First, the Upanishad says, apply Bhasma, and gives detail of benefits of various types of cows and to how to mix it with water, etc. Now it is said that if you apply Bhasma, acquiring it from outside, you will be removed from your position, you will fall from your position. Only if you procure it from inside, you will be enlightened. How to do this? There are many ways to do this, like worship is done with or consuming our own ash, which is urine and stool. That is your own ash, you consume it. Or else you know that this Bhasma and my Bhasma, the ash which is me and the ash which is this, are one and the same. Apart from this, one who knows that I am the body, I am not the body, I am just covered by this ash which is called body, receives self-realization, and this ash are one. There is a specific Kundalini meditation for this, where you raise your Kundalini and the Soma starts dripping due to heat of the Kundalini, and you see that the body is turning into ash, and you see reformation of the body from the ash with the rain of Soma, which is the grace and devotion. This is exactly the method of red phoenix. A bird who discards its old body in fire and receives the new young one every time. We will learn this meditation in the end of this Brahmana. This also means that the only one who receives wisdom and devotion will receive salvation, and the wisdom and devotion both are received by returning to the non-dual source of yours, the end of yours, which is Bhasma, the ash, the holy ash. Okay? Now we will understand the second Brahmana in detail. All the sutras can be translated and understood like this: as the fire, which is Rudra, is in various forms, like we saw in the sutra before, in the form of fire, sun, and also liquid, as mentioned in the sutras or explained in the sutra, that which one has taken many forms. The same is with the other elements like air, liquid. Hence, out of the 5 main elements, fire, liquid, and air are char, moving, in motion. But space and earth, bhasma, holy air, are still, means achar, and not jar, non-living. They are still, that doesn't mean that they are non-living, because in the creation nothing can be non-living, nothing can be dead, because this universe is full of life, it has arrived from life. So the two still constant elements, space and bhasma, they don't change their form unless and until they are not mixed with other elements. For example, this glass is empty, there is space inside. The space is not moving and there is space outside. And the space can only move if we move this glass. If we are moving this glass, the space inside is moving along with the space outside. So the space inside the glass is known as Ghatakash, and the space outside the glass is known as Nabhakash. In the same way, the air is moving, but the glass cannot move. The glass is ash, bhasma, earth element. It can only move when it is moved by something else. The fire, the energy which is in my body is moving the glass, or if there is a strong wind, it can move the glass, or if it is in a flowing water, it can move the glass. So the fire element, light element, water element, or the air element are in a capacity to move space element and earth element. Earth element and space element cannot move by themselves. So, they change their shape. Earth element and space element, they take a shape, they change their shape, and they get movement only and only by getting mixed by other 3 elements, okay, which are fire, liquid, and air. Okay, so the pattern of breath also changes by the shape the earth element and space element take. The mixture of water and fire created this glass, and air, the mixture of fire, earth, air, and water created this glass, and the space within it took shape, and the ash took shape. The shape of the glass was decided by the movement of air in it, by the movement of breath in it. Hence, it is easy to understand by this point that air, fire, and liquid, being of various forms, still cannot take shape without the bath, without the mixture of ash and space in it. This is the secret of manifestation. If you're doing mantra, if you're doing meditation, if you're doing switch words for manifestation, with this knowledge, if you do it, that I have to include knowledge, devotion, and stillness in it, only then, stillness of the space, stillness of the ash in it, only then my desire will be manifested. So when you apply the bhasma with this knowledge while meditating, while chanting mantras, while doing switch words, only then, with the knowledge that this bhasma is the same as my body, knowledge, devotion, and stillness, if you become still and chant mantra or do meditation, only then you can manifest something. Secondly, the soul is something which is still and unchangeable. So is the space and ash. So the space is the nearest element to the soul, and we can say space is soul. Explanation of this, all sutras of this Brahmana tells us this, that the space itself turns into Chit Akash, which is the thought. Thought has created space, and thoughts, Chit Akash, turns into Chit Akash, which is nothingness. In the same way is the ash, which is Chit Akash. The ash says that I'm not Bhoot, I'm Bhootnath. मैं भूत नहीं, भूतनाथ हूँ. It is closest to the soul. The soul manifested as ash. The third understanding of this Brahmana is that soul is unchangeable, so is ash. Hence, Bhasma or earth element and space element are one and the same. The earth element is the manifested soul, and space element is unmanifested soul. Earth element is still unchangeable soul of everything. Though this Upanishad, this section of Atharva Veda, this point can be anti-Vedic. And probably this is the biggest reason why Vedic schools of some types and scholars, specifically those who have their surnames as Trivedi, they believe that there are only three Vedas. And Atharva Veda is not a Veda because it was added later on. And just the scripture of Tantra. I will also like to add my point of view to this. To reach self-realization, Vedic view is correct. That there is nothing. The Vedic view that Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya. The world is an illusion. Ash, matter, is an illusion. That everything is illusion. Nothing is actually the way it is. And the soul or divine or absolute is shunya, nothingness. But you will consider the tantric, if you consider the tantric philosophy, that if this ash has arrived, if the matter has arrived from emptiness, from nothingness, from the space, empty space, then this matter, this ash is as real as the God, the space, the emptiness which has created it. You will move beyond enlightenment for sure. But if you are not self-realized yet, you stick to that Vedic view that God is real, soul is real, and it is nothingness. And this world, this matter, this everything that you see is unreal. So contemplate on this. If you have questions, ask on the query group or to your partner, or ask the mentor to keep a special day for resolving all the questions. We will rest over here. Hari Om Tat Sat.